Sure. Hey everyone.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's Kiss.
You bitch. No idea.
Jessica. Here's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, we're on. Hey everyone. It's Kiss and Jess. Good mom, bad mama. We were just discussing school pictures. I had to show Jessica my girl's school pictures. One of them, her hair's messed up. They didn't fix her bow. And the second one, she looks like literally like this. And she looks like she's saying, yo, you got my money or what? But anyway, I won't do my girl like that. How are you?
I'm tired.
Same.
I'm very tired. I had a long night last night.
I'm sure you did.
Mm-hmm.
Jessica went on a date.
Mm-hmm. We saw The Exorcist.
Ew.
I know, but it was terrible. Wasn't scary at all.
Why would you watch that?
I love scary movies.
Really?
Yes.
Mm.
Horror movies. Yep. 100%. Halloween is so fun. I mean, I don't really do anything for Halloween.
I'm
but
just
like
out.
going to haunted houses. Oh, I miss it so much.
As I sit here, I'm just out here trusting God.
Well,
I did not want to do my hair. I am in pajamas and my husband's shirt. And Jessica looks like, Miss Congeniality. And I look like I am about to step out to go buy milk. We ran out of milk.
I don't think you should step outside like that. Oh, shoot. Sorry.
Why?
So loud.
Why?
I'm just giving you shit.
I'm like, I think I look so cute. Like, this is what the girls wear now, right? Like the baggy
yes.
pants and the oversized shirt.
And pajama pants are an outfit now.
They are. And I mean, I like never wear socks anymore because I love sandals.
Purposely didn't wear socks. I was like, oh, I noticed Kissie doesn't wear socks on these things. And so I didn't wear socks today.
Well, these toes have not been painted.
We're hiding my toes.
I'm not going to look at those. I tried so hard. I see you have on some nice leggings this time.
Yeah.
Not your painted pants.
Not my painted pants.
Good.
Although I had them on earlier. That's so funny. I did.
I mean, if they're comfy, that's all that matters.
I wore them out shopping.
Good.
Yeah.
I have these sweatpants that I've had for too many years. And they are pilling like it's nobody's business, but they're so comfortable, and they're the ones I've been wearing to go grocery shopping. I'm like, I know nobody's gonna bother me in these pants,
right?
So yeah, I get it. Comfy pants are important.
Speaking of outfits too, so Kai is at his friend's 18th birthday party, where he did admit to me that he is going to be drinking.
Is he driving?
No,
better not be.
Not driving. His car's in the driveway. And he's gonna Uber home, but he had the cutest outfit on. So this little dude looked like
she went from her 17-year-old son in cute outfit. He's gonna kill you.
And a little dude, yeah, he is.
What did Machine Gun Kelly wear today?
Yeah, he looked like an influencer.
Really?
Yes, but. Anyway, so he's had like slacks on and like a button-up shirt. They were supposed to dress nice. He had dress shoes on, but then he like wears his hair like super messy. So it's like messy all over. And then he had on these like fake like rimmed glasses.
I can't.
He looked so adorable.
Did you take a picture of him?
No.
Jessica.
No, he'll have pictures that they took at this thing.
But like, I'm about to pass unsolicited judgment.
I'm the worst. I don't take pictures of anything.
Take pictures of your kids, girl.
Yeah, he's like a teenager.
Who cares? It's not for him. It's for you.
Yeah.
It's for you.
True.
Sorry. Anyway.
Oh, also, Friday the 13th.
Yep.
Another flash sale.
Of what?
Kai got 2 more tats.
Yeah, I'm like, flash sale of what?
Tattoos.
I'm over.
2 more tats.
Oh, what did he get?
He wants 2 more, I think, before the end of the year. He got a spider web on his elbow, and then underneath of it, it says, it says loser, And then there's a red V over the S. So it says lover. It's actually pretty cute.
So you said under it, but if it goes like this, it's not under it.
Oh, yeah, like that.
Yeah, it's going to say Resolve. Wrestle.
Nobody walks around like this.
Yo, what up?
Hey.
But I'm sorry, if he puts his arms up, does he go to the gym?
No, he's like this.
Exactly. But if he like goes to the gym,
you would not put that word upside down.
I'm saying I might read it as an educated teacher. I might go, Resolve, wrestle. No. Oh my God, he likes to wrestle.
No.
Spiders? He likes to wrestle spiders. He likes to
revolt. A dweeb.
He likes to revolt spiders. Rebel.
No.
That's what I am saying. Why a spider web? I feel like throwing spiders at him now. I'm gonna throw spiders at you.
It's Friday the 13th.
Wow.
And it's October.
I can't. All right. I can't because
it looks really good, actually.
I'm sure it does.
It looks good. She's just a hater.
What? No. In this, I'm 1000% not hating. It's just, nope. Anyway.
Okay.
I'm drinking tea. Just thought I should let that know because I'm drinking more than usual. Usually I don't ever drink my water.
Oh.
And
I guess I don't notice.
I don't. I can get better at that. But do you ever drink tea?
I hate tea, so no.
Oh my God. I don't like tea either. When people are like, oh my God, this tea tastes so good. I'm like, it tastes like peppered water.
It's disgusting.
Well, one of my former parents, who's from Sri Lanka, visited her family and she brought me back a box. And it's funny because last year I had 3 parents gifted me like tea.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are they trying to tell me I need to like relax? Like, what are they telling me? But I also know that like culturally, a lot of my family is like, that's what they drink. They drink more tea than coffee. So I finally opened up this box this week and this tea, it's moringa, ginger, and cinnamon. And it reminds me
sounds disgusting
so much of my grandma. It tastes so good because like you could tell it's
I don't
fresh,
like drinking hot anything.
I love it and it soothes the throat, especially I'm like
soothes
it soothes the throat. Soothes.
The teacher.
What do you want me to say?
Pronouncing the suffix es as es.
Soothes. Do you know that es in some words? You know that es in some words is pronounced with a z.
Well, it's the English language, so of course there's something stupid like that.
There's some words, if you learned, it's not just in the English language. If you learn the origins of some of the words, yes, it's pronounced it's pronounced with a z, kind of like some words that are er are pronounced just and you don't hear the e. We are not getting into this. The only reason I know about this because I'm teaching this in kindergarten. If I was still a 2nd grade teacher, I would know none of this because we're past the phonemic awareness and phonics and all of that. That's the only reason I know it.
Mm-hmm.
We digress. This is like the longest intro.
Yeah.
It's been a little while though.
Is it boring?
I don't think so. Are you bored? Wait, what was that phrase that we were going to use when I talk too much?
Economy of language.
Kissie.
So Kissie has become self-aware.
Very self-aware.
And has recognized that she talks way more on the podcast than I do. And I talked to her about the term economy of language. And so I guess I'm supposed to call you out on that?
I think you already do with your eyes. If you really look at the podcast when I am over talking,
I'm like,
literally, when I am talking too much, Jessica has stopped looking at me.
Well, I do have a little bit of ADD.
I look at you a lot. Like, you ever look at those?
I feel like I look at the camera a little bit more. I try to.
100% of the camera way more. You ever look at those couples when they're talking, like the woman is looking at the man all the time and the man's like just looking straight ahead of whoever the speaker is?
Oh my God.
And they're like looking at the man kind of like for reassurance. That's me to you.
That's so funny because I just saw that in Aldi today.
Yeah.
Yes. Although, okay, this fucking couple.
Did you say Aldi's?
Aldi?
Yeah, there's no S at the end, girl. Don't disrespect my story.
And Aldi's today. Did I say that? I don't know. Rewind. Check the tape. So yeah, but she was like, okay, we both walked in kind of the same time. And she was talking about someone who is like on the verge of like Alzheimer's disease, which is like sad, right? So I was like listening to the beginning of the conversation. She's saying like some things that I think it's her mother. I couldn't tell. Anyways, and the guy said nothing. He was just walking and she just kept talking and talking and talking and talking and looking at him. And then literally I'm shopping a good 15, 20 minutes. I find them on the other end of the store still talking about the same thing. And it's her talking. And he just goes, yep.
Oh my
wow.
gosh. Okay, so start noticing that you definitely look at the camera way more than me. And when you're done with whatever I'm saying, is when you look or you do this,
because I've stopped listening.
Yeah. So we had this conversation. I'm like, Jess, is it because you're like, I know she processes.
I do. I'm also thinking.
Yes. And I don't do well with like silence. Like I need to fill that void.
Yeah.
Like I need to like say something. Say something. I'm kidding. Anyway, but Peter and I do that a lot to each other too, though. Like if I'm done listening to him, I do not look at him, and when he's done listening to me, he does not look at me. But
stop looking at each other.
How many years of this? Jeez, it's been so many years. 12 years, 12 and a half years of this. So it's like we already know that about ourselves. Like when we are really engaged in the conversation, we're like, yeah, we're there. But when we're not, nope, we lose eye contact.
I do have a hard time. I'm kind of like squirrel a lot of times, for sure, in conversations.
I don't see that in you at all. I feel like you're such a good listener.
Oh, maybe I'm really good at faking it.
Good to know. Now we know.
No, I feel like I do listen well. But there are definitely times where I lose track because I start in my own head thinking about stuff.
Okay.
And then I come back.
Got it.
Okay, I'm back.
I'm here. I'm grounded. I'm with you. So tell me, Jess, got a confession?
I think I actually have this confession because it is a confession and also with a question. So I don't really care too much to know where my kids are.
Crossing my eyes. What's more? Open up.
And my question is, am I the oddball? Am I the odd person out, odd parent out here? Or is this normal? I don't know. So I guess we should talk a little bit more about it because it sounds a little jarring when you first hear it. So, well, let's say a few years ago, Kaylee and her friends pulled the whole oh, I'm staying at my friend's house. And the friend told her mom, oh, I'm staying at my friend's house. And then whatever. Okay. So in the middle of the night, Kiana, her mother calls me and is like, do you know where Kaylee is? And I was like, well, I thought she was staying with you. And she's like, no. She's like, Kiana just turned off her location on her phone because I guess she has an app that tracks her daughter's phone. And I'm like, oh, I don't have that. Am I supposed to have that? Because I don't want that.
Oh boy.
Anyways, so then she starts calling her. Kiana's not answering her phone. So then I start calling. And then and Kiana's mom is like pissed. And she's like, oh my God, where are they? And I'm kind of like, this is kind of funny because I know what they're doing, right? Well, turns out they were at a hotel with their boyfriends. They had rented a hotel. So our punk asses...
Excuse me.
Made them, the boys had to stay at the hotel and they came home.
Why would you call yourself a punk? You're a parent.
Well, yeah, as the kid is definitely, our daughters were definitely like, oh my God, our moms are the worst.
100%. Yeah. But I'm sure your daughter now is like, thank you.
Yeah. Given like she's the relationship she's in now. Yeah. But
in hindsight.
And after that, I was like, shit, am I supposed to be tracking my kids? Like, is this what all parents do? Do you track your children on their phone? Because I don't want to do that. I don't track my kids. I don't search their phones. I think I have really approached parenting as I'm going to give you trust because I trust you. And the minute you lose my trust, then that's when we start, So I'm just like, it's worked pretty well for me so far. I mean, my kids have done some shady shit, right? Like they do things like with the Kaylee thing. But of course, grounded her, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Kai, he like got into some messy shit in like 8th grade with like this girl. And again, I don't look in his phone, but then something happened and I was like, give me your phone. And I started to go through it and I was like, oh shit. And I was finding some stuff that I did not like and then took the phone for months. And, you know, he built back his trust and now we're back. I don't ask to look in his phone. I mean, Kaylee's an adult now. I don't look in her phone. I don't look in Cameron's phone. Am I a bad mom?
I have so many thoughts. Clearly, like, I can't really say much because my children are not that age.
Yeah.
But in being an outsider, the first thought that comes to mind is you just said something that I feel might be like a little contradicting. You're like, I don't look at their phones. I don't care to like look at their phone. But then I think, okay, but the 2 times that those 2 instances where they were like tracked, or whether it was Kaylee's friend's mom, like you found out through that, and then you actually looking at Kai's phone, like you found these things, like do you not think, do you not like, I don't want to say, do you not stop and think, but for lack of better words, do you not stop and think like, wow, if this happened in these 2 instances, like what else could I be not missing out on, or what else could I be missing? Because like the thing that happened with Kai when he was in 8th grade, like that was a big deal. And had you never looked through his phone, like it probably could have gotten worse. And then would you have like kind of kicked yourself for like not having been aware? I feel that. So now this is getting kind of, this is where my brain is at, and I guess kind of gets deep. Like, yeah, your children are older, especially you're older too, or like Kaylee's an adult, you know. And as you've mentioned before, like she has been dealing with like some anxiety and stuff. And you have gone through some things with Kai recently. I feel like when we read articles about things that happen with like teenagers, the majority of the times the parents' response is like, I had no idea this was going on. I trusted them. I gave them trust. I didn't check their phones. I wish I had looked. I wish I knew. I feel like there's a very fine line between like being a helicopter parent, and just knowing, like knowing without hovering, you know, like being made aware, like, okay, even when you found out like Kaylee in your car, you found something in your car when she was borrowing your car, you know, like things like that. Maybe had you gone through her phone, you would have known these things ahead of time and been able to have like these conversations like, hey, I already know that this is happening.
Yeah.
I keep track of your phone, not because I want to be in your business, but because it's my job to protect you.
Yeah.
And I just think of it like that. I feel like there's just such a fine line. Like, I just don't.
Can I say it now?
Yes.
Economy of language, for sure. I feel like, no, I'm like, no, I get it. You made your point.
So I'm just thinking, you said something towards the end, like, am I the only one that feels like this?
Yeah.
And I feel like with today's day and age, with all like the crappy, crazy things that are going on.
Okay, so I feel like there's 2 things, and why I don't do that is like, one, and I've talked about this, is like trust is huge. I want my kids to trust me, not fear me. Or like, right? Does that make sense? Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I feel like going through your children's phone breaks that trust. I am a person who thinks that is a huge violation of privacy to go through someone else's phone. Have I done it in a relationship? Yes, I have. Because there has been signs to where I needed to do that. I've only done that with my kids when there's been signs that I need to do that. And so I also think there's, like what you said, like parents who are like, oh, I had no idea. I am so close to my kids. I feel like I would know when something's wrong with them because I can usually tell, but maybe not. Maybe I would miss something. I don't know. What was the other thing? There was 2 things. Dang it.
It'll come to you.
Yeah. So,
okay,
that.
But you just said that, like, oh, I'm so close to my kids. But I feel like I'm sure that there have been many parents that are like, I feel so close to my kids.
I remember
Go.
Okay. Nope. Go ahead.
No, go. Because I'm not. Go.
Oh, the other thing is, oh, shit, I just lost it again. I told you, I'm ADD.
Really, squirrel.
Gone.
There's no squirrels in here.
Gone. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't laugh.
Follow us. Keep with us. I am someone. Okay, so there's people who are like, oh my gosh, like my kid's gonna get kidnapped. Like I don't want him to walk. I don't think those things. I have this. I don't want to say optimistic. I don't think that's the word. I just
naivety. Is that a word?
I don't think it's naive. I understand that things can happen, but I'm like, come on. Like when it's people are like, oh, I make sure that my kids don't get to walk to school by themselves until like a certain age. Like, but to be honest with me, I was a single mom. My kids had to walk to school very young. They had to. I had no choice. And I couldn't sit here and be like every day, be like, oh my God, they're going to get stolen. They're going to get kidnapped. Like what's going to happen? I can't do that because it's going to drive me nuts. So it's just like, you have to trust that like your kids are going to be safe. You do what you have to do to be able to protect them. And then you have no control over a lot of things that happen in the world. So there's a part of me that is just like, I have a very, is it optimistic? Is that the right word here? It's where like, I don't sit here and fester about all the wrong things that could happen to my kids. I don't, because it's going to eat my brain.
Yeah. I understand that. I understand that. I can agree to that. You, guess like, I want to say like victim of like you're a victim of your circumstances. So it's like, yeah, it's like this is what I've got. I can either be accepting of it and know like they're gonna be fine, or like you said, drive myself crazy thinking what could be the worst. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's like that was during that time. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, that time has kind of passed. They're like older, like, yeah, thank goodness that nothing ever happened. But it's like now they're older, they're exposed to more. Your son is driving at a young age. And I've had this conversation with you too about like, what were you doing at that age? And you said too, like, gosh, I did far worse.
Horrible things.
But then it's like,
but I wasn't close to my parents at all. They would have no clue what's going on with me.
Okay. Nah.
What is that face?
Because you're like, I wasn't close to my parents. They had no clue what was going on with me. But yet there have been a few instances where, yeah, you are close to your kids, but they still did crap behind your back.
Oh, that's always going to happen.
Exactly.
That's going to happen.
That's going to happen, but it's also not.
But are they going to be doing the drugs that I was doing and I wouldn't notice? Absolutely not.
I mean,
I was doing a lot of drugs.
Kids, listen, we were all young and stupid at one point, right? Yeah. Like, you can say, I don't know, Jessica, I am.
I get it. We're completely on opposite ends on this one, and I know we are.
100%, because I just think and feel like it is our job to protect. I watched a video today, and the guy was like, when your kids are from 0 to 11, you are their coach. You are there to coach them. You tell them like when they get up, when they go to school, what they're doing as a coach. From 11 to, he said like 11 to 18 or something, you are their, you're their advisor. You advise them on things like, well, if you got up earlier, you'd be able to have breakfast. Well, if you finished your homework on this day, you would have been able to go visit your friends. You advise them. the goal is, if you treat them that way, by the time that they're adults, you become their counselor. They come to you for counsel, you know, when they're making their decisions. And I just feel like, I don't know. It's hard because
I think I've done that.
I think you have too, but your job is still to be protectant, and you know that they are still young and have a lot of growing up to do. And if there's a little layer of protection where you can still, like, in a sense, keep tabs, for lack of better words, again, if you can keep tabs without being like, give me your phone, or like, let me watch. It's like, hey, and doing it more so in a way of like, I'm doing this not because I don't trust you, but there are people out there that might be wanting to hurt you, or like, there are crazy people out there, and I just want to make sure, like, you are my priority. I want to make sure that you are always protected. You know, I understand your friends. I know your friends, but we don't live with your friends. I don't live with your friends. So I just want to make sure that the people in your circle always have your best interests at heart. And if I find something that I don't agree with, I will allow you, if you think it's important, to tell me about it, like we've done before. I'm gonna let you come to me. But I am doing this because until you leave my roof, or whatever the case, like, it is my number one job to protect you to the best of my ability.
And I think I'm doing that.
Okay, so then why? Why are you out here asking?
No, but I'm just wondering. I'm not asking because I'm going to change what I'm doing, because I'm not going to. I guess I'm asking because I'm like, is it just me? Because I've also noticed, more so with Kaylee's friends' mothers, they are way more like, who are you going with? Who's going to be there? What do you do? Da da da. Asking all these questions, tracking on the phones, and I don't do any of that. And then part of me is like, oh shit, should I be doing more of that?
Yeah.
So also, to something you said, or there should be like some way of me knowing. So funny, this happened actually last night. So Kai's curfew is 11:30, and I was not home. And so it's 11:30, and I checked the Ring camera, and his car was not in the driveway. And I was like, I'm going to give it 10 minutes. Checked again, no car. And I was like, okay. So I called his phone straight to voicemail. So I was like, I do have some form of tracking. So I texted his sister and said, give me Kai's location right now, because she has it.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Like, yo, just get his location. That's it. Like, I'm never gonna check it.
I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. Would
you rather ask his sister?
Yes, and put her in a situation.
Your poor daughter, who's like dealing with her own mess. I'm like, oh my God, I'm in the middle of this. So it's funny.
So I called her phone, and her boyfriend picks up, and he's like, "Hey, hey, Miss Boyson." So respectful. Kaylee was working, and he was sitting at her table, because she's a waitress. So he was at her table, and he's like, her phone's about to die. I was like, well, I need to know Kai's location. Can you find it for me?
This girl brought everybody in.
Yeah. So they texted me, and he was like a block away from the house. And I was like, what the hell is he doing? Yeah. But then realized, oh, the phone died. So then I started texting his friends. Where's Kai? Blah, 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 blah. Someone got a hold of him. I don't know. He got home at midnight. So 30 minutes late. And then he called me, and then I was like, where have you been? What are you doing? Who are you with? And then I did all that. And I was like, look, I trust you until you do something that makes me not trust you. Now I'm upset with you. He's like, oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But so I do have some ways, right? I'm not just like,
yo, she just rather mess with everybody. So now all these people are calling Kai like, yo, your mom was pissed. Why is she hitting me up? Huh?
I mean, that's what happened when we were younger, right?
Yeah.
Because there was no tracking.
Exactly. And it was even more so annoying when we were younger, because now everybody's in your business.
Yeah.
At least now it's just your parents. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
So, yeah.
I mean,
I get it. I 100% am going to say I might be a bad mom because I'm doing that. But I will say,
this is what I want to know. Okay. You're not really the type of person like to be on the phone, really.
Nope.
Like that. You're not a phone person. So I guess I'm just trying to understand, like, if you're not really even a techie or a phone person, like, why wouldn't you? And also because you travel for work, like there are times where you have to leave for a night or two. Like, why wouldn't you have your children's location on your phone? Not because you're gonna be glued on it. Heck, like you barely even get on social media, which is way more addictive than location tracking.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you just get it to have it just for like safety purposes? Like, it's not in your nature, like you said, it's not in your nature to ruminate on things or like, stress over things. So why wouldn't you just have it just for safety? Like, hey, I travel. It's not because I'm checking it. Like, you don't I don't want to see like, and not in a negative way. Like, you don't care. Like, you good, you're safe. That's all that matters to you. So why not just have it for that? Because you travel for work.
I don't know.
Because your son is driving now.
Maybe. I mean, also, okay, so he's going to be 18. He's going to be an adult next year. So when do you stop tracking them?
He's still living under your roof, right?
When do you stop tracking them?
Yeah, when he moves out. Like, if that's what you decide.
Which would be this summer.
All right, fine. Like, if you decide for that. I just...
You know what? Cam might just be the guinea pig.
My gosh, Cam's not leaving your side, so he'll always be there.
Cam doesn't want to leave right all. I know exactly where Cam is all the time.
He will always be there.
It's so funny. We were talking yesterday. Oh, his friend called. We were at the dentist actually, and his friend called him, and he was like, "Oh, they want to come over," and I was like, "Do you want him to come over?" And he's like, "No," and I was like, "Why don't you ever want your friends to come over?" He's like, "I don't know. I just like to be by myself." That's just who he is. I'm like, okay. So yeah, he's gonna be at home
forever. He's gonna be with you forever.
He's the kid who's like, wait, you mean I can't marry you and live with you?
Oh no, honey.
Nope. You can't be 35 and living with me. I'm sorry.
Why not? Hispanics do it all the time.
Well, I'm not Hispanic. So
yeah, but
it's not normal for me.
He look like he could be Hispanic.
He does. He looks Dominican.
He's 100% Dominican. 1000%.
Okay, so I don't know.
I mean, okay, now
I might track him.
I want to ask this now. Like, you're telling me that when Cam turns 18, you're gonna be like, yo, you gotta go. Or like when he's like 22, you gotta go.
Yeah, he's gonna go to college. Bye.
But
deuces.
I'm saying, like, what if he's like ready to come back? Like, he wants to live with mom.
I mean, maybe for a little bit, but then you got to go, bro. Like, you got to live your own life. I'm hoping. I don't think Jessica's gonna let him go anywhere. I'm hoping at this point, I've got myself my sugar daddy, and we are traveling all over the place, and we got our house in Italy.
Boy. Okay, got it, guys. I'm looking at Jessica's toes. They don't look bad.
They absolutely look at that. Look at that one. There's no polish on that one.
That's how mine look. I will not show them. OMG.
See, that's another. I don't care. It's like, whatever. I mean, of course, I wouldn't go out. I mean, I did go on a date.
But
my shows weren't out, but
you were wearing closed-toed shoes.
Yeah, but clearly my shoes and socks didn't stay on.
I know, but I mean, anyway, nope, not getting into that. Yes, so Jessica, I'm hoping that she'll start tracking her children just for safety purposes.
Okay, so yeah, we want to hear.
We do.
What do you think about my choices? And does anyone else out there kind of do the same, feel the same? Or if you don't, like, what are ways that you keep tabs on your kids?
And how do you keep tabs without being a helicopter parent?
Ooh.
Like, how, and give us the age range. I think I want to know that too.
Or even if you have younger ones, like, what do you think you're going to do?
Oh, for sure. I already know what I'm going to do.
You're going to be a helicopter parent.
I don't think so. I really don't. You should see me how I'm in the classroom. There's so many things that parents like, I heard this happen. I'm like, what? Where was I? No, not like that. I don't get in like the conversations. I really don't. I don't want to know. Like, I think it's important, like in that aspect, I think it's important to trust like the conversations that they're having because, it is private. I will definitely have location just because that to me is important. To a certain extent, I will do a like periodic search of phone because again, there are too many crazy people out there.
Are you going to be the person who like you have to meet your kids' friends' parents.
Absolutely. In the Hispanic culture, I'm sure you guys have seen the memes, like we don't do sleepovers and there's a reason for it. Like, no, I will 1000%. I often think now, because I'm a mom, I'm like, yo, my mom, I was with my mom all the time. Like we were like this. And I often think like, if my mom really spent the time to like get to know some of my friends' parents, she would have never allowed me to hang out with them. Like I was exposed to so much stuff that I should not have been exposed to at the age that I was. Huh?
My phone, my bad.
Oh, I was definitely exposed to stuff I should not have been exposed to. And it was because there was just like a trust, like, oh, this is your friend. You know, my mom met the friend. She met the friend's parent who seemed kind, but it's like there were so many things that I should not have been around. And by like the grace of God, I was protected.
Yeah.
So yes, I will definitely meet their parents. I will not be going on play dates. That's just, I don't do play dates. If friends want to come over, they can come over. We want to play, we'll meet somewhere. But I'm not doing the like dropping my kids off.
Oh, for a minute I was like, what do you mean? No. Okay, got
it. But yeah. She goes.
Yeah, no, that made me think of something that happened to me actually at my friend's house when I was younger. We're not gonna talk about that though.
For another time. Anyway, let us know what you think. Who's a good mom? I mean, well, there's only one mom discussion here. Is she good or is she bad? And you know, as you're chiming in, keep in mind the instances that were discussed when she chose not to. I'm kidding. I feel like a lawyer. I've been watching way too much Suits.
Are you bringing all of the receipts and using them against me?
Not today. They could just go back and listen. I'm kidding. I can't. Jessica's gonna beat me up after this. Okay, bye.
No. So so Kai did ask about tattoos because he'll be 18 in April. And he's like, so when I'm 18, can I just go get them and I don't have to ask you anymore? And I was like, I guess not. I was like, honestly, you've gotten 7 or 6 tattoos now, and I've trusted his judgment on all of them. So I'm like, well, I guess you're good, right?
Jessica, Lord, just please don't let him come home with tattoos on his face, please.
Oh no, he knows that's a no-no.
Like, please.
He knows he can't do that.
Like maybe not even the neck, like lips and crap. Like, come on, like just like leave here. Just like leave here.
I don't think he would do neck. Also, because he wants to be a pilot, so it's like I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything that like you
arms and legs, hands
too. I'm sorry. If he was the pilot for my air flight with tattoos on his hands, I would think that he's a terrorist hijacking the plane.
You are so stupid.
Yo, let's be honest. Like, yes, I just said what I said. Like, when do you see a pilot with tattoos?
But you're joking.
Not joking.
When do you see the pilot?
I always see the pilot.
When?
I always do. When that door is open, when you're walking in, I always look in. Always.
Oh, see, I get to my gate like five minutes before.
I always look in, and when I am leaving, I always say thank you. I look at who's flying the plane.
But you're like, oh my God, he has a tattoo on his neck.
Like, he's gonna. You always see these movies. What was that show, Hijack?
There's no tattoos on that pilot.
Well, not.
Oh wait, it wasn't the pilot who hijacked the plane, though.
Exactly.
Bitch, you
say what you gotta say, girl. We going in. We going.
I can't with that statement. And if I have tattoos, you think I'm gonna hijack your plane?
But it's not on your hands.
This is stupid. Done. Bye. Have a great day.